So before the season starts, a bunch of magazines like to splash up their big NBA interviews, which is how on the same day we got Michael Jordan and Draymond Green both basically declaring Golden State Warriors are going to be so dominant, rest of the league should just pack up their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lunchboxes and go on home. Now, this is going to shock you, but it was Draymond who had the most, let's just say, colorful quotes as part of an interview with GQ.
Really?
Dre showed the, I know, it's strange. Dre showed the magazine writer one of the Warriors group chats, how they'd all been ripping on Houston GM Daryl Morey. It seems earlier this season, Daryl said the Rockets were determined to keep making risky big moves because he doesn't consider the Warriors unbeatable. And here's Draymond's response. Quote, "It's so funny sitting back and watching this bleep. What the bleep are you talking about? They're really trying to rethink their whole strategy because teams know they don't have a bleeping clue." Yep, turns out Draymond is very confident that there's no team that presents a threat to Golden State. And yeah, that apparently even includes LeBron James Cavaliers. In talking about the finals this past June, Draymond said that while, quote, "It pissed me off we didn't sweep them," he knows the Cavaliers had no hope of winning. Quote, "You sit back and think, like, those mother bleepers, they know. That's the fun part about it. They know they didn't stand a chance." Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these quotes ended up in bulletin boards in Cleveland or Oklahoma City or Houston. But you know, apparently where they won't get tacked up? Charlotte. Because the team's owner, one Mr. M. Jeffrey Jordan, is apparently of a similar mindset to Draymond. MJ is on the cover of this month's issue of Cigar Aficionado. And in addition to telling the magazine he smokes 6 cigars a day, 6, he said he doesn't like how in today's NBA, so much talent is concentrated in just a couple cities. Here is his quote. "You're going to have 1 or 2 teams that are going to be great, and the other 28 teams that are going to be garbage." Wow. Kemba Walker's got to be really excited to read that one, by the way. Anyway, look, I've said that a bunch on this show. The reason we love sports so much is that the unexpected actually happens with some frequency. So before Draymond and MJ go counting all those chickens, they might want to just wait and see what happens to the eggs. But hey, let's say they are right. Let's say it all plays out the way Vegas predicts and the Warriors win, and we have an NBA dynasty on our hands. Oh no, a dynasty like the Showtime Lakers or a dynasty like the 90s Bulls. My memory is that worked out okay for the popularity of the NBA. I think we're all going to be just fine. Scotty, I want to get to Draymond's comments because as soon as y'all heard them before the show, you already started going on them. I mean, you've never, I mean, you all been around the NBA a long time. Neither one of you have ever heard anyone talk trash like Draymond?
I've never heard a guy at the top talk trash. You know, normally when you're at the top, you kind of want to be quiet. You don't want any bulletin board materials put up, and you don't want to wake up sleeping giants. But in this situation, I mean, Draymond clearly sees that the Golden State Warriors are better than any team by far, even probably their second team. And it's just a clear fact that there's no one out there that can compete with them because, again, Golden State Warriors are a great defensive team. It's not really about what they do on the offensive end. Yes, their offense is potent. They got guys that can put up 130 points in terms of team. But as I look at these other teams, they don't have a chance.
And that's apparently what Draymond likes to say there, Byron.
Hey, you know what? I love the fact that he's so confident and he talks so much trash that it is bulletin board material for these other teams. But like Scotty's saying, he's right. There isn't another team out there that can beat him right now. He knows it. There's 29 other teams that know it. Now, there are a couple of teams that are going to be, able to challenge them, so to speak, when you look at the Houston Rockets and you look at OKC and you look at, obviously, the Cleveland Cavaliers. But at the end of the day, if these guys stay healthy and there's no major injuries, they're going to win another championship.
Do you think it's going to have any effect? I mean, we talk about the bulletin board. You talk about a sleeping giant. Does this have any effect when he says all this stuff?
Well, I think he's doing 2 things. He's trying to gear up the competition because Draymond Green is a very competitive player. You know, he brings the fire every night. And one, he's trying to drum them up, but also I think he's sending a message to his team too, like, hey, we're the best team out here. Let's go out here and prove it again. Yes, we should have swept them last season in the finals. Let's go out now and do something special in the regular season, which I think is something that they have to do to consider themselves a great team with KD.